Everybody, welcome back to the second session of the same What is My Name? Yesterday, just we have started the story and discussed that a woman, especially after getting married, with more enthusiastic, indulged in homely duties, and indulgence was in such and such a way that she forgot everything, even parents and even our name, which one should never forget, because name, one's own name is the more frequent. Hundreds, thousands of times we used to listen to our names, which there is no possibility of forgetting. Even though there is no possibility of forgetting the name of one's own, the writer wants to inculcate the idea of feminism, or giving equal rights to the women, because until getting married, she must be with the parents' home, will be dependent on the parents, and after getting married, will be dependent on the husband. And after that, after getting the children, maybe even at the time of old age, or either on husband or on children. All the time, we find that a woman will be dependent and all the time, but which is not even digested by some of the writers, like, because the
Okay.
writers are the people,
Okay.
those make others think of the
Slide show
society.
slide show పోయి అది ఫ్రమ్ ద బిగినింగ్ పెట్టి పెద్ద కనపడుతుంది.
Okay, okay, it is now, is it okay?
స్లైడ్ షో లేదు అట్లా.
Kinda cup.
కింద పోయినా పైన స్లైడ్ షో ఉందా?
Okay, right.
దాన్ని నొక్కి మళ్ళీ ఫ్రమ్ ద బిగినింగ్ కానీ లేదా కరెక్ట్ కానీ కానీ.
From beginning. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, right, right. Okay,
ఓకే.
so if I try to sum up yesterday's clash and start today's show. Okay, and the name of the story is "What is My Name?" And we came to know that a woman, especially who is the center of the story, main character of the story, forgotten her name, and it was not an issue till the question of the name arises. When once she has got the idea of her name, and when she was unable to recollect the name of her own, she started struggling to get the name. And even we found that even she asked the maid servant for the first time, and the children and the children's friends, and then finally she asked her husband also. Even all the way, she didn't get the desired answer. Finally, even she is unable to stay with anonymous means not knowing the name, and she was struggling. Even finally, when she asked her husband about the name of her own, he simply suggested, being an educated woman, why do you suffer about, just simply search for your certificate so that you will get what your name is. It's because since getting married, I have been calling you as EMOA, and I never called you, and you too never objected on calling the same name. It was a problem again started. Even husband was not in a position to show the answer. Then anyhow, she requested her husband and got permission to go to the parent to go to her parents' home. And even here too, we find that even she got permission from her husband. Means she is not independent. Here also, to go to her parental home, she needs to get permission from her husband. So that's what the weak gender. That's what is the writer wants to highlight, this one weakness, and so that when weakness is identified, wanted to give some more strength, so that they become independent, and of course, if not equal, to some extent. Uh, compete or otherwise stand with the men of the society. So anyhow, she was permitted, and she went to her parents' home. You see here, today it starts. See, when the housewife enters, usually when our relatives or close relatives enters, we go by questioning the whereabouts of these. But the housewife's father, instead of asking the whereabouts of her, he suspected somehow why this, why his daughter came all of yesterday. You see, why, dear daughter, have you come so suddenly? Are your children and husband all right? Why have you come alone? You see, here also the tone of the father is in such a way that she should not be alone. She should be with her husband and children. If the children are there, she should be with the children and her husband. And if the children are not there, and she must be with the husband. If she had come with her husband, the question might not have arisen in this way. So, behind affectionate, of course, the parents are very happy to see their daughter, but you see, behind the affectionate inquiries of our father, the father and the mother, there was a strain of suspicion. Recollecting immediately the purpose of her visit, the housewife asked her mother most pitifully, Amma, tell me what is my name? You see, the question maybe how are you, how do you do, how all the things are going on, when maybe answering for all this, but here a housewife was asking pitifully, Amma, tell me what is my name, because she has been vexed by searching all the, here and there, and it is only she thought that it was only the source, and she was asking her mother. Okay. What is it, Amma? You are our elder daughter. We gave you education up to BA and got you married with 50,000 rupees as dowry. We took care of your two deliveries each time. We alone bore the expenses of the maternity home. You have two children. Your husband has a good job, a very nice person too. Your children are well mannered. You see bold letters. Even voluntarily, I made these letters bold because these are the original words of the speakers. No, see, your mother is telling, "What is Amma? You are our elder daughter." Here also, mother is not telling the name. You are our elder daughter, and we have given you education up to BA, means you are a graduate, and you are married, and good dowry is also given. Even yesterday there was a word regarding dowry that a parent, bride's parents give some wealth to the bridegroom as an offering or as a gift at the time of marrying, and dowry was also 50,000. Maybe in those days, maybe it was a very good deal of amount. And we took care of two deliveries, and it was also customary that the deliveries expenses are borne by the parents, parents of the mother only. Even we did everything right. And you have two children. Luckily, you have got two children, and your husband has a good job, very nice person. Means they are very much happy with the characteristics of their son-in-law, and and they are also telling that you have two children, you have children, your children, they are well mannered, because she is even being housewife, she is a graduate, well educated, intelligent, clever, quick witted, whatever the qualities that we yesterday we came to know, and maybe mother is the first teacher, and she might have taught her children good manners. So they are very good mannered. Means the grandparents are very happy, and it's not. See, for the words of the mother, the voice housewife is telling, it's not my history, Amma. It's my name I want. At least tell me where my certificates are. See, you are not telling my name, then in such a case that at least tell me what my where my certificates are. Even for the question, I don't know, child. Okay. Uh, I don't know, child. Recently, we cleaned out the almirah of old papers and files and arranged some glassware in their place. Some important documents we kept in the attic. Okay. So, for the words of certificates, when the mother is responding in such a way, of course, I don't know the certificate, where the certificates, but anyhow, some the renovation of the house took place, and we kept the valuables and important papers somewhere. Instead of that, we made some glassware. Maybe you find your certificates in the attic. Attic is the word, even in Telugu, atka, I use it to say shelves, that we call them, and shall search for them tomorrow. It's not hurry. What is the hurry in searching the certificates? And now, what is the hurry? Don't worry about them. Take a good bath and have your meal, child, said the housewife's brother. See, don't worry about the certificates. You will certainly get the certificate. Don't worry. You take bath and take meal. Whatever. That is the hospitality that every parent give. And the housewife took a good bath and ate her meal, but she could not sleep. See, what is the reason that she could not sleep? Because she is searching for, and she is thirst of getting her name. While scrubbing the house, humming happily, joyously, and making ungulu, she had never thought that she would have to face so many difficulties like this by forgetting her own name. She had been very happy even after getting married. Her husband is a good person, nice person, and she has been very happy. And scrubbing the house, humming happily, humming in a sense, some singing without clarity. That is closing the mouth, somehow giving music. So joyously, when we are happy, just we go by humming, joyously making mugul. She had been very happy till the question arises. What was the question? That the name itself is the question. So dawn broke. Dawn broke. For that, the reason that she could not sleep properly, and the dawn broke. Dawn is a sunrise. But the search for the certificates among the files in the attic had not ended. And she has been searching for the same certificates on the attic, but she could not succeed in getting the certificates. Now, the wife asked everyone she met. She asked the trees, the ant hills, the pond, the school where she had studied, the college. After all the shouting and the wailing, she met a friend and succeeded in recovering her name. No, the housewife asked everyone she met. Everyone, whomever she met, she asked. She asked the trees. Trees, anthills, pond, and school. All these don't have any feeling. They don't respond. Even though they could not respond, just in order to highlight or exaggerate the problem or the trouble of that housewife, the writer wants to say that she asked the trees. The trees will never respond. That's what it is clear. That means whomever she met, she asked. She never left anyone. Ant hills, where the ants live. Usually the snakes live. Actually, the ant hills are made by the ants, but the snakes live. She even asked the anthills where what her name was, the pond, the school where she had studied, the college, even college, school, everywhere she searched for her name, but she couldn't find, and she couldn't find a person who could tell her name. After all the shouting and the wailing, shouting and wailing, she was shouting in such a way. What was my name? Tell me, please, who is there to respond me? Even that is wailing means shouting in a problem, in a hopeless manner. She met a friend. Finally, she met a friend and succeeded in recovering her name. Wow, wonderful. Anyhow, she met her friend, one of her friends, and she recovered her name. That friend was also like her, married, and a housewife like her, but she had not made swabbing the whole sole purpose of her life. Scrubbing was only a part of her life. Her life, she remembered her name and the names of her friends. This particular friend recognized our housewife. No, now this paragraph is giving the solution for the question. A friend, even a friend like housewife, she was also married, and even she is also doing the household duties like this, but she is not living as a scrubbing is the sole mission of her life. It is a part of life. Means she has balanced all the things. The particular friend recognized, Sharda, my dear Sharda, she shouted and embraced her. So Sharada, my dear Sharada, she shouted and embraced her. No, after a long time, they might have encountered the friend. The housewife felt like a person totally parched and dried up, about to die of thirst, getting a drink of cool water from her newborn, new earthen kuja poured into her mouth with a spoon and given thus a new life. The friend did indeed give her a new life. You are Sharda. You came first in our school in the 10th class. You came first in the music competition conducted by the college. You used to paint good pictures too. We were 10 friends altogether. I met all of them sometime or other. We write letters to each other. Only you have gone out of our reach. Tell me why are you living incognito? Our friend confronted her. See, when once housewife is seen by one of our classmates. She addressed the housewife as Sharada, my dear Sharada. It is the response that after a long time since they meet, after a long time, um, this much of attraction towards the friends we find, and even by listening to the word Sharada, the housewife's position, totally passed, dried, even dried and dying of thirst. It is like a person who is dying of thirst. The water is supplied. The not in a ordinary water. It is a cool water, and a cool water from earthen puja, new earthen puja. We know even it is a month of January ending in February, and we need all puja earthen pots to get cool water. So water is enough for a dying person of thirst, and that water is not an ordinary water. It is a cool water brought from a new earthen puja, means very cool, chilled, in our words, and maybe chilled, and in a the spoon giving her a new life. You see, knowing the name itself is a new life. No, the friend did indeed give her a new life. It is a past tense. Did after did plus verb one, past tense, gave her a new life. You are Sharada. See, simply she is telling that you are Sharada and you came first in our class. All the qualities once again repeated. You are a good painter too, and you have uh, uh, got many awards. And we were 10 friends altogether. All these 10 out of all the friends are in touch with me, but except you, but you are not in touch with us. Why are you living incognito? Why are you not coming to our contact? Incognito in the sense not identified. See, for the long time we have not identified you where you have been. So immediately also got the name of our friend. Yes, Pramila, what you say is true. Of course, I am Sharada. Until you said it, I could not remember it. All the shelves of my mind were taken up with only one thing. How well I can scrub the floors. I remembered nothing else. Had I not met you, I would have gone mad, said the housewife named Sharada. Here one of the other characters entered, Pramila. See, after looking at her, housewife also got the name of her friend Pramila, and both of these had a very good conversation because she's also accepting that she lived as scrubbing and household duties are her sole mission of life, and other than those, she forgot everything. And this is the right time that you told me my name. Otherwise, I would have gone mad because no one is there to tell the name. For that, she was in great trouble. Anyhow, the problem was solved. Sharada returned home, climbed the attic, and finished out her certificate. Fished out her certificates. Fishing in the sense searching out her certificates, the pictures she had drawn, old albums, everything she succeeded in getting out. She also searched further and managed to find the prizes she had received in school and college. Okay, so after having a good talk with one of our friends, Pramila, she went to the home, and anyhow, she there also. Even first time she was successful in getting her name, and anyhow she is not stopped. She searched for her certificates and could succeed in getting the certificates. Not only in certificates, she also got the albums, paintings, whatever that she painted, and the prizes that she received during her college and school times. And overjoyed, she overjoyed. Why did the housewife became overjoyed? Because of getting her name. So she returned home. See, with the hope of getting her name, she went to the parents' home, and anyhow, she has been successful, and with the happy, very overjoyed, and she returned to her in-laws' home. Means our own home. You have not been here. Look at the state of the house. It is like a child tree. Oh, what a relief you are here. Now it is like a festival for us, said Sharada's husband. Sharada has been away from our home for the 2 days, and the state of the house means it was the house used to be very clean, but now even after Sharada left the home of these 2 days, no one took care of cleaning and scrubbing the floor. It is like and now, after looking at Sharada, the husband is feeling very happy. They're resting. It means he became very happy, and he got relieved. Now, he's also telling his happiness on looking at his wife, that it is a festival, means a rival of the wife is a festival for an husband, said the Sharada's husband, which are the words which make the housewife more happy, See, words like these make the people do many more things. So this is here also we find a great word of appreciation. Just scrubbing the floors does not make a festival. Scrubbing the floor does not make a festival. By the way, from now onwards, don't call me Moi Gimoy. My name is Sharda. Call me Sharda. Understood? See, scrubbing the floor does not make a festival. It seems like here it is. Illalkagane Pandagauna. Even actually, the all the story. What is my name? Is the origin of the story is Illalkagane Pandagauna, one of the Telugu stories. Out of this has been translated it into English here. Just scrubbing the floor doesn't make a festival. Means Illalkagane Pandagauna. And by the way, from now onwards, you see, don't call me Emoy Gimoy. These are the words, these are the imperative sentences. Even at the time of going home to the parents' home, she requested. It is not a request, it is just like a command. Don't call me Emoy Gimoy. Call me Sharda. Understood? You see, these are the words. Having said that, she went inside humming joyously. She became once again very happy because she got her name. And Sharda, who had always cared so much for discipline, keeping an eye on every corner, checking if there was dust, making sure things were properly arranged, each in its correct and respective order, now sat on the sofa, which had not been dusted for the last 2 days. She sat there, showing the children an album of her paintings that she had brought for them. And she not only knew the name of her own by going to the parental home, she brought whatever the qualities, means the paintings and all the certificates, and she is very happy to share with the children the other certificates and other activities of school age. The writer with this, the story ends, and writer is Satyavati, P. Satyavati, written in Telugu, and it is translated by Vadrevu Vijay Lakshmi and Ranga Rao in English. See, if we go, we need to know about the writer Srimati Satyavati, one of those writers. We have brought feminism to the peak in Telugu literature. You see, even here also we found Illal Kagane Pandagavana, Justice, the literature. Though she is a retired English lecturer, she has a great understanding of Telugu accent and the idioms of the respective regions. She is adept in portraying human experience universally. No, this is human experience. Technique of appealing to the readers by weaving the story wonderfully with a philosophical touch and theological aspect is her forte. She has published four anthologies of short stories, five novels, and a collection of essays. She has won a number of prestigious awards. This story, What is My Name, is originally published as Illal Kagane Pandagauna in Telugu in 1990 and has been translated into almost all South Indian languages, including Hindi. Hindi is not a South Indian language because especially Hindi is also mentioned. So even that's what even feminism, accent and idiom feminism, even already we had a discussion regarding. So see, after the story is over, the story ends even from the starting to the end of the story ran in a conversational way. You see, these are the questions that I directly copied from the text. Have you noticed how your father calls? The students who listen to this class should at least identify what are the questions that are there. Nearly 20 questions, directly 20 questions, we find no change has been made to these questions. Have you noticed how your father calls your mother? Just dear children, if anyone is observing, just please take down these questions, or otherwise go refer to your textbook, copy the questions, and try to answer on your own. And read them out whether your answer is suitable. If possible, just show them to your teacher to get corrected, or otherwise for the suitable answer. Does he use her name or not? Does the neighbors address her? Does anyone address by her name? What about your grandmother? How does a woman gain her identity? By name, by marriage, by motherhood, by education, by profession, or by anything else? Like this, the questions continued up to last one. Uh, Look here, children, do you know my name? Yes. Who will write letters to me? Suppose once again, even I suggest the children to go by. Suppose the questions are here. No, suppose what is my name? What is my name? Who is the speaker of this question? And what is my name? And I have forgotten my name. What shall I do now? So she has forgotten her name. Maybe immediately you may be getting the idea that housewife has forgotten her name. So what shall she do? Suppose if you have forgotten, what would you do? Then just you write in a position that if you have forgotten, what will you do? Like Amai. So look, Amai, do you know my name? So immediately, Amai, who is Amai? Here, there, maybe house maid servant. This is the address to the maid servant. Questioned by the housewife. So like this, if you study these questions you will get a clear picture about the story. And one more thing, just within 2 minutes I want to give a reading passage, just instructions to comprehend the passage or answer the comprehension questions. So read the given paragraph at least 2 times to get the gist, means the theme of the story. See, whatever the para that we read, just we read to understand the story of that particular, the theme of the particular paragraph. And after reading 2 times or 3 times, identify the direct speech. See, what is the direct speech? The original words of the speakers, which are kept in inverted commas. See, it is even word direct speech are easy identified because they are kept in an inverted commas. And confirm the speaker. Even whatever that in the earlier slide I told you, read a question and confirm who is the speaker of the question and whom is the question addressed to, and refer to the context at which so and so words are used. And the third one, identify the
Sir,
personal pronouns. Hello,
Asim sir,
just 2 minutes, only one more minute.
can you conclude here?
Yeah, yeah, conclusion. I'm concluding the same. Right. Identify the personal pronouns and their cases used in the para, and should confirm which personal pronoun stands for whom and the paragraph. And one should have a clear understanding about the structure of a sentence, because while answering, one should have a clear understanding about the structure of a sentence, whether it is a question or a statement or an order or request or any other. And answer should not be an extract from the para directly or story. It should be an independent phrase or a clause written by the reader. Okay. Thank you.